Tim said, and this got over 700 likes, how is this not tampering? The kid is still at Ohio State. I didn't realize you could offer money to get them in the portal. I thought that was against the rules. My friend, let me enlighten you on something. There are no rules in the new era of college football. We opened up Pandora's box a few years ago, and it's been chaos ever since. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hope all of you had a great week. Hope all of you had a great Friday. If not, hope this video can make it a little bit better. Man, oh man, we gotta talk about the man, the myth, the legend himself, Jeremiah Smith. Some breaking news just got released, and it's trending everywhere, and it's got everybody and their mama talking. He's just been offered a whopping $4.5 million to enter the transfer portal. 4.5 M's. For those of you who don't know, let me give you a quick refresher and reminder. Jeremiah Smith, he's a true freshman, which means bare minimum, he has got to, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, he's got to play 2 more years of college football. And I'll put it to you like this. It's not exactly easy to turn down $5 million. I don't care who you are. It looks like we got a sticky situation on our hands. We're going to talk all about that. This topic is so important. It is the one and only thing we're going to be talking about. You know the intro. Strap in, buckle up, get you a snack, get you a popcorn, get your favorite meal you like to eat when you watch a video, because trust me, I do the same thing. But all right, Matt, blah, blah, shut the crap up. Now, for that, do. Let's get into it. First things first, can somebody please explain to me what's going on in the comment section? Matilda. Not my name. Your cancer diagnosis means nothing. We will always be here for you. Don't have cancer. R.I.P. Matt B. Diddy. I'm still here, and that's also not my name. What? Matt B. Diddy gone? R.I.P. man. Thanks for making me smile and for being a great person. Gone but not forgotten. Marv. The only reason why Matt isn't playing college basketball is Mark Sears crossed Matt in high school so bad that he tore both ACLs. That just didn't happen, so now we're lying. Fun fact of the day, your boy Matt and Mark are from the 256, down to Florence, Alabama. This is the last one I'm going to read, and we got to get a move on. I have no idea what this is. I haven't even taken a look at it. Marlon. Not my name. I really appreciate your content. As a resident of Northeast Alabama myself, it's great to think there's a chance I'll run into you at a gas station one day. If the day ever comes, I'll shake your hand and ask for a photo. I will excitedly run home, bustling with anticipation about telling all my family and friends. I'm going to show the photo to my kids one day and tell them all about the time I ran into Sean Combs at Chevron. Sean Combs. Wait a minute. Ain't that Diddy? And last but not least, I know y'all are here for the football stuff. Calm down. We're reading some comments first. This is the last thing I want to say and last comment I want to address. To Mr. Samuel Pancake, keep your head up, brother. We've all been there. Let's get into this Jeremiah Smith stuff. I'm not giving you no introduction, none of that. If you don't know who he is, you probably shouldn't be watching this video. He is, without a shadow of a doubt in my mind, the best wide receiver prospect since Julio Jones. Not only was he just the best freshman wide receiver in college football throughout the season, I thought he was the best wide receiver in general. He is a beast. He torched Tennessee, torched Oregon. Texas held him in check, but the main reason for that is because they doubled him a lot. They had a free safety over the top. And then against Notre Dame, we saw it. He won the game for him on that final play. And I do want to give some credit to Will Howard. He played a magnificent game in that throw. It was spot on the money. And there's many more things I could say about Mr. Jeremiah Smith. I just gave you a very brief run through. I don't know how to ease into this, so we're just going to jump straight into it. As you can see right here, and I'm going to read it off word for word. Ohio State star Jeremiah Smith receives huge offer to enter portal after winning the Natty's freshman year. Scrolling down to the graphic, Ohio State's Jeremiah Smith offered $4.5 million plus to enter transfer portal. I'm going to say that number one more time. $4.5 million doubloons. Before we go any farther, I want to harp on this because I think a lot of people are getting desensitized with this whole NIL era that's been brought to the college football world. $4.5 million is life-changing money. I had a conversation with a couple of my buddies a few weeks ago, and I asked them, how much money do you think you need to retire? And when I say retire, I'm not talking about just being able to skim by. I'm talking about you retire and never have to worry about money ever again. And ironically enough, one of them said, and he firmly believes this, despite your age, we're not talking about some 6-year-old, we're talking about anyone from ages 20 to 100, you need $5 million. You got $5 million, never have to worry about money again a day in your life. If you are curious what my answer was, I said $2 to $2.5 million. That's if you live an average life. But I was also taking into account if you have that, we'll just say $2 million. If you're investing it correctly every single year, you're probably going to make $30,000, $40,000 in the stock market. So you should be okay there. My other buddy, he was talking about if you have $5 million, you can just F off a bunch of it and you'll still be okay, which is right. Moral of the story is Jeremiah Smith, we're not even talking about this is some little NIL sponsorship deal he did with McDonald's or DoorDash, Uber Eats. No, it's none of that. We're talking about NFL money. It's like an NFL contract, nearly $5 million a year. And I said the same thing when we were talking about Bryce Underwood, when the rumors were flying and swirling around that he may leave LSU to go to Michigan because they offered him $12.5 million. Bryce Underwood and Mr. Jeremiah Smith here, they both believe, and more than likely this is going to happen, they're going to get to the NFL. However, there is a very small percentage that you have a career-ending injury like White Randy back in 7th grade PE class, and you never play football again. You have to think about stuff like that. And I think a lot of you don't understand the magnitude of this, and it's really easy for you to say, oh, yeah, I wouldn't take the money. I'd stay at Ohio State and just wait till I get the money in the NFL. That is really easy for you to say, Bobby on the couch eating cheesy puffs. Real easy. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying he should take this deal or take the offer wherever it's coming from. What I'm saying is you at least, to a certain degree, have to consider it. You have to think about it. Weigh your options. Let's take a look at some of these comments because this is where things get interesting and really funny if you gotta ask me. Tim said, and this got over 700 likes, how is this not tampering? The kid is still at Ohio State. To Mr. Tim, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but everybody's tampering, and I'll touch more on that in just a second. This got over 1,000 likes. I know he wants to stay at OSU, but 4.5 M's is wild. I didn't realize you could offer money to get them in the portal. I thought that was against the rules. My friend, let me enlighten you on something. There are no rules in the new era of college football. We opened up Pandora's box a few years ago, and it's been chaos ever since. To go back to this tampering comment, and it's what everybody's saying, how's it not tampering? How's it not tampering? He's still at Ohio State. You're not supposed to be able to offer kids money while they're not in the portal. And yes, you're 100% correct if that's what you're thinking or you're saying in the comments. But, and I have a big but, everybody's tampering, and like I said, this is the new era of college football. Everybody's cheating, tampering, whatever you want to call it. Technically, according to the quote-unquote rules, you're not supposed to reach out to kids, talk to them, and especially offer them money when they're still at a said school. However, once they enter the portal, it's free game. But that's the problem, and that's the gripe everyone's had these past couple of years. You got these big-time schools or whoever just reaching out to kids that are still at a school, like let's just say Boise State or Oklahoma or wherever. They're reaching out to all these kids and going, hey, if you come here, we'll give you hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars, and yeah, you're just not supposed to be doing that. I could sit up here and jibber jabber and complain about this like I've done the past 2 years, but nothing I say is going to change it, and I think I'll get the point. Everybody and their mom is tampering. Your favorite team more than likely is tampering, and to be honest with you, I really don't have a problem with it, so that's why I don't get too worked up with it anymore. And let me clarify because that sounded really bad. The reason I don't have a problem with it is because everybody's doing it, if that makes sense. Because I still remember what I thought was the craziest thing I've ever seen in the college football world was a couple years ago when USC tampered with Jordan Addison at Pittsburgh, the guy who won the Biletnikoff. Now you don't think twice about it, but at the time, and if you remember like I do, that was insane. Kind of a similar situation. According to the award sheet, he was the best wide receiver in the nation. He was not in the portal, playing at Pittsburgh, and USC offers him a couple $1 million. They gave him a mansion. I think they even gave him a private plane or something like that. Getting back on track here at Jeremiah Smith, let's answer these two questions. Number one, do I think he's going to take this offer? And number two, should he take this offer? To answer question number one, no, I don't think he's going to take this offer, and he probably won't even consider it too much. To answer question number two, do I think he should take the offer? Heck to the no. This is how I live my life. Some people are differently. They want fast money. I look at the bigger picture. I look at the long-term plan. Why would you risk going to some other school for, even if it is, let's just say $5 to $6 million, and potentially have a not so great season, and maybe, there's just maybe, you could fall in the draft and lose out on the bigger payday in the future. I know we talked about earlier how $4 to $5 million is a lot of money. It's life-changing, but compared to being the number one, number two, or number three overall pick in the NFL draft, it's peanuts. As to where it stands right now, of course, there's a lot to be determined. You don't know what team's going to get the number one overall pick. You don't know if they want a quarterback. But as where it stands right now, he is your number one overall draft pick whenever he declares. And if he does go to number one overall, he's going to get nearly $40 million guaranteed. Just in his contract, he's going to have endorsement deals as well. So after the $40 million contract, he'll probably have bare minimum $10 million in sponsorships and just endorsements, stuff like that. And there's another thing we haven't even talked about, and I failed to mention, my apologies. Ohio State is going to compensate him nicely. I don't know if they're going to give him $4.5 million, but he's going to get a couple of M's. So it's not like he's getting nothing. Many more things I could say. We'll end it off here. I'm curious. Let me know your thoughts down below.